We are back on air with Rare with another episode. But before we get into this, y'all already know follow us on YouTube and Instagram at Rare Footage Sports. And to keep up with the number one source for sports, follow us on X at Rare Footage News. Today we have one of the best players to ever play at LIU, was the 2024 assistant coach for the USA team, coached in the DMV area a lot. With no further ado, Tamika Dudley. What's going on, coach?
Hey, how are you?
All is well, all is well, all is well. I appreciate you for tapping in. I got two other special guests with me. One is Maryland commit ESPN number 6, Jordyn Jackson. What's going on, Jordyn? And we
Hi.
also have ESPN number 4, Jezelle GG Banks. GG,
What's up, bro? What's up?
what's going on, kid? What's going on?
Chilling.
Tamika, how are you? Congratulations on the new hire at the St. James Academy.
Thank you so much.
Um,
Everything is good.
but before we get into that, you spent 5 years at Sidwell Friends. You built it to a powerhouse after winning 2 national championships. You know, some people don't even win one championship in a lifetime, let alone you won 2 national championships in 5 years. How did you make it happen so quick, and how was that experience?
I think a little bit of luck too, stepping into Sidwell Friends. We had a nice piece with Kiki Rice. And then, I was fortunate to be connected with some of the grassroots kids through my daughter. She played with Jaden Donovan, Kaya Miller. And so, of course, it's a little bit of luck in that way, having the talent, and then a lot of hard work to follow. But, I just think that the putting in the work and putting in the time, uh, I'm a big believer in work ethic, and I credit a lot of my success with that.
I know you mentioned a few, but who were some of the great listed players that you had over those 5 years? Could you name a few?
Oh yeah, I mean, again, we had Kiki, of course, everyone knows that. Jaden Donovan, who's now at Duke. My daughter Kendall, Kaya Miller, who's at Georgetown right now, was a really, really great piece of the puzzle. And then Leah Harmon played for us for a couple of years. When we made that run, we were 30-0. And
Mm.
so, yeah, I've been fortunate to have some really good talent. And then, of course, Jordyn came in behind that group. Um, yeah.
Jordan, you played under Dudley at Sidwell. How was your time there? How was that like? What was that experience like?
I think it was really fun. I'm super grateful. I think she's a really good coach, and I think she's like a really big reason as to like why I am the player I am today. Just always a hard worker and prioritizing defense. So I think I'm just really grateful, and I'm excited for this last year.
Coach Dudley, you also coach Team Durant 17U group. Do you ever get a break? And what's the difference in your coaching style from when it's AAU to the high school season?
Um, well, I mean, I think actually coaching the season makes me a better, I mean, the summer makes me a better coach. It's funny, sometimes when you take those breaks, you get a little rusty as a coach. So it's nice to continue that through the summer. I would say the biggest difference in the summer is that the amount of time that you have with the kids. So you're trying to put in a lot of stuff in a short period of time. And I'm super detailed. So sometimes those things kind of get lost in the summer. But also I love the summer because I can work on some things, some different things. Like I feel like I'm always evolving as a coach. So it's
Mm.
nice to kind of experiment a little in the summer, see what you like, what you don't like, take it into the season. And so, I mean, I like coaching in the summer. I think it keeps me really sharp.
GG Banks. You played for Dudley during the AAU season. How was that for you? And how does she hold you accountable?
I think it was awesome. I played with her my freshman year on 17U, and ever since then, we grew a bond. Her trusting me as her point guard and just holding me accountable on both ends of the floor. She trusts me getting a bucket, but, on the defensive end, she held me accountable a lot. Just working off the ball, being disciplined, and being that great player on both ends.
Jordan, you also finished your career with Durant playing for Dudley. You recently committed to Maryland. What went into that decision, and what made you want to stay in the DMV for college? Why Maryland?
I think ultimately, I think I just kind of wanted to stay close to my family, have them be at the games and everything like that. So it's super accessible for everybody since most of us are on the East Coast and all my friends and coaches can come watch me play. And I think coaching style and, the playing style and the culture that Maryland had was really something that kind of inspired me and, like, ultimately led me to make that decision. But I think I have a really good relationship with Brenda and all the rest of and the whole coaching staff and the players. So I think that just like, really was like the cream of the top for me.
Now, Gigi, you had a lot of spectacular performances during the AAU season. Which was your most memorable moment from this last summer? And then Jordyn, you can follow up.
I would probably say besides the last game that we lost against Takeover, it was definitely a lesson and a good experience. But if I had to say besides that game, I would probably say the why not game that we played. I think it was Alabama. No, yeah, it was Alabama. Yeah, we had played them. It was a close one, and I feel like that was probably one of my best games I ever played.
What about one of them? Is that the game, one of them games you had like 40 or 50? What game was that?
Yeah, it was that one.
Yeah. Okay. How about you, Jordyn?
Probably for me, it was the Cypher game when we were in the final eight or something, because that was a get back game for me. I lost them the year before that in the final four, so it was really personal, and I think I played pretty good that game. So that was the game.
Coach Dudley, you're now at the St. James. You're building something new over there. Are you excited about what the future holds, and what are some of your expectations for the upcoming season?
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I feel like for me, it's a new challenge, and it's nice to step out of your comfort zone and keep growing as a coach. My expectations of, I mean, the program as a whole is to embody and take on, my values and what I've kind of built over the course, the reputation I've built with my programs historically over the last 14 years. And I think that this group is coming along in that way. I mean, we saw a lot of kinks to work out. It's a whole new group. You're trying to bring kids from all different programs and trying to get them to assimilate to your culture, to your expectations, to your norms. And, that's a challenge. I mean, it's nice to start out with some really strong pieces, but getting it all to kind of marry well together is the challenging part, which for me as a coach, I'm ready to embrace the challenge. But long term, the vision is to grow out the academy all the way down to the grassroots level and have
Mm,
the ecosystem from within.
Now, this is question is for Jordyn and Gigi. You guys are now high school teammates for this upcoming season. What are some of your goals for this upcoming season, personal and for the team?
Some of my goals personally would probably be able to, make the McDonald's All American game, Jordan Brand Classic, and I think probably just getting that top five slot on ESPN. And then for the team, um, make it win a national championship and, just overall just have a really memorable senior year. I hope everyone enjoys their time and, just have fun. I don't want it to be a bad year, where everyone's miserable. Just, everyone just have fun and enjoy the last year.
How about you, Gigi?
I would definitely say, just having a good team, like Jordan said. But most importantly, I want to win Chipotle.
Mhm.
Having Jordan and a lot of my other seniors, having them right now is a lot of help, and them just helping me prepare for next year. And being that leader next year when I'm a senior. But just sticking what we have right now, definitely trying to win Chipotle.
Coach, before I let you go and let you guys go, I always like for the coaches to drop a jewel on the younger kids and the parents as well. What does it take to become a successful high school basketball player?
I would say, I mean, of course, first and foremost is your work ethic, right? Like that's going to take you further in your career than anything else. But I would also say to have a really amazing circle of people that can be transparent and honest with you all the time, will hold you accountable. And then I would say just never settle, always stay humble and continue to grow your game and, grow yourself as a human being.
Well, Coach Dudley, ESPN number 4, Jezelle Banks, and ESPN number 6, Jordyn Jackson. I appreciate you guys for being on air with Rare, and I hope you guys have a great season at the Academy and dare to be Rare all year.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Rare. Thank
Appreciate you
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Talk to
you.
y'all.
you.
Thanks.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
day.
You
Yeah.
too.